I know the gap between this and my last video was quite long again. I apologise, I really do. But I have some good excuses as to why. Life's been crazy busy. I try not to post about this stuff too much on my movie bug stuff, but I had a brilliant long holiday, which me and my friends have been planning for years. I went to America and I done a West Coast tour, which was incredible. I got to go to LA, Vegas, San Fran. We saw some of the most beautiful national parks in the world. We saw humpback whales in the wild. Fucking awesome. So yeah, I had a really long holiday, done some brilliant things. It was a trip of a lifetime. And I come back and it's taken me a long time to get back to reality, I guess you could say. And I've just been so busy since I got back because of the things I missed while I was away. Anyway. My last video was a Doctor Who video. I really wanted to do something between that and this video because this is also a Doctor Who video. Didn't happen, obviously. So you got 2 Doctor Who videos back to back. Sorry to people who don't like Doctor Who. But I have to make a video on this. I've made a video on every single Doctor Who The Collection set, and I plan not to stop doing that until the last one comes out. Even if I quit YouTube completely, I just want to pop back and keep doing unboxings of these videos no matter what. We're having a lot more fun with these videos now, because not only are we going to unbox it and have a quick look at the packaging, these are all first time watches for me. I grew up with Doctor Who since Eccleston, as people know. I was there day 1, episode 1, Rose with Eccleston, and I've watched live since then. Classic Who, I never really took the time to get into, so these are all first time watches for me. So after we've unboxed this, every night for the next week or so, I'm going to watch a story a night, and then I'm going to come back and give you my feedback, and that's how the video is going to go, just like the last one. Hopefully the editing's getting slightly better. To the people who do criticise my editing, I just want to remind people, I'm not a professional. This is just a hobby. I am not a pro editor, so yeah, the editing isn't going to be perfect. So, you know, kindly piss off. Anyway, let's take a look at this set. I'm so excited. I've had it here all day and I've been so busy. It's been in its packaging and I haven't opened it. Here it is from HMV. HMV normally deliver early, so I'm a little bit surprised that it's actually come on release day. I'm not going to complain. I got so used to Amazon delivering things late that, you know, at least I'm getting it on release date. You know, I'm not going to complain. Let's take a look. It's like ASMR. I say that hoping that my mic's working today because the adapter on this, not the mic, that goes into my phone is buggered. So the light's on, but it's a 50-50 when I watch this back if the audio's actually working. Fingers crossed there's no dents. Oh, okay. I'm not going to lie. We do actually have a little dent, but it really doesn't look that bad, to be honest. I'm going to live with this one. So here it is. Doctor Who, The Collection, Season 25. The final Sylvester McCoy set for the collection. That cover is stunning. Lee Bindings. I really hope Lee Bindings watches some of these unboxing videos. If he does, if you're watching Lee Bindings, pop us a message. Just say you're watching. That would honestly mean the world to me. But look at this. It's such beautiful artwork. This man should do covers for everything. There is my little dent. It's really... The camera's not even picking it up, so that's how I know it's not a big deal. So yeah, I'm gonna live with that. Wow, look at that cover, it's so cool. There he is, the main man. We're gonna open this up properly so you guys can get a better angle. I'm gonna try and get a better angle for you all. And yeah, then we're gonna come back here. So here we go, we've got a bit of a different angle. Haven't got my mic in, so voice probably gonna be a bit different here. But anyway, here it is, of course still shrinked. Let's see if I can get a little bit of a better angle there. On that slight ding my one has unfortunately got. But what I want to do is I want to take this out of the cellophane before we admire the artwork anymore, because we're getting some reflection on it. So let's get this open. And I want to say, in preparation to this set coming out, I actually rewatched all of Series 24, so I'm well up to date on my Sylvester McCoy Doctor Who. And after this, I might even go back and watch Season 26. So I've just had a complete Sylvester run here. I want to get this cellophane off without damaging it, so I'm just going to do this bit off camera a minute. There we go. And the cellophane is off in all its glory. Look at that artwork. It's just truly stunning. So on here we've got a Dalek. We've got the big cannon Dalek. I'm not sure what that one's called, where it's got just a cannon for a face. That is the Candyman, I believe, and a Cyberman. Then we've got like a little clown down here, which I'm going to assume is from the greatest show in the galaxy. And there's a lot of other bits in here, which apparently tie into the artwork, like this asteroid. Looks like the Doctor's got a bow and arrow there. Again, these are all new stories to me, so I don't quite know the meaning behind them bits yet. The spine, the back. I'm going to bring this up if you want to pause and read any of this in any detail. And then there is the other side, of course. And let's bring it round to have a quick look at the top, which just says the collection. And then, of course, we have the bottom. And a little spoiler there for what the back art's going to be. So let's take this J card off. And then, apologies if you can hear people talking in the background. In a noisy house today. Beautiful. Stunning. That's the thing. These sets get better and better with each one, it seems. The artwork for the last couple has been truly stunning. So let's have a look. Let's pop the inside open. There we go. Here's all the discs, of course. Look at that. It looks like, has mine moved about? No. That's brilliant. These tabs of glue. This is my only complaint about these sets. They come undone, move about, and they drag some of the artwork with it, but this one stayed in, which is lovely. Look at that. This one's perfect. So then, of course, you have this lovely picture of the Doctor and Ace, and the TARDIS doors open, revealing the what will be the book cover art. And here is the book. Let's take it out. There is our inside TARDIS console. Very, very cool. You get your normal Doctor Who advertisement, which I just chuck away because they take up too much room. Here is, of course, the book. I'm not going to go through every page because we'll be here for ages. But still, you get a nice lengthy book in here. Let's skip to a couple pages. Here, of course, is Remembrance of the Daleks. Again, this is from the second episode. There we go. There's a bow and arrow. So this will be the bow and arrow episode. And, of course, we got some Cybermen up in the corner there. Of the greatest show in the galaxy. Again, this is the thing with these sets. You get so much bonus features. It's just truly brilliant how much you get in here. But, yeah, there's the book. So let's pop that back inside. And then let's flick through the disc artwork. So we're going to spin these up as we... Oh, there we go. Look at this. I mean, the artwork is just stunning on everything in this set. Ah, there it is. There's the canon Dalek, which has got so much love over the years. And I remember it popping back up in a Peter Capaldi episode. I think it was in the start of Series 9. Here we have the Candyman, who I'm quite looking forward to seeing. Not sure on this character. Ah, Cyberman. We love the Cyberman. We do enjoy a good cyber story. Again, another character there who I'm not sure of. Got a freaky looking clown there from the greatest show in the galaxy. And then we end with Sylvester and Ace. Let's pop that out. And behind, of course, revealing Sylvester McCoy. There he is. So, wow, what a fantastic little set. So, let's pop back to me now in my glorious spot. So, now that we've unboxed it, and, you know, beautiful set, as always, we're going to go through the set now, and we're going to watch an episode a night, and then at the end, we'll pop it on the shelf, see how it looks compared to all the others, because I can't wait to put it up there, especially now we've got a complete Sylvester McCoy set. It's going to be glorious. But anyway, let's crack on. We're going to start off with watching, of course, pardon me while I pick up the set. We're going to start off with watching Remembrance of the Daleks, which I'm so excited to see. A Dalek Civil War episode. Yeah, I'm in. Then we're going to move on to the Happiness Patrol. Silver Nemesis is next, which, of course, Cybermen. Can't go wrong there. And the greatest show in the galaxy, which looks really cool, and I've heard quite good things about that one. But I think we're going to be starting off with the best one. I'm really excited. Cut to me tonight or tomorrow night. I don't know when, but cut. And yes, here we are. It is now the Tuesday. So I did get a chance to watch an episode last night because I was at the cinema watching The Apprentice, the Donald Trump film. Never thought I'd go to see a film about Donald Trump, but here we are. And yes, now it is finally time to start off watching my Sylvester McCoy set. So the first episode up is, or the first story up, because it's in 4 parts, it is Remembrance of the Daleks. I've heard about this episode, and that's all I can say. I've only heard about it. I don't know the details of it. I just know it's a Dalek Civil War, and I've heard that it's one of the better, if not the best, Sylvester McCoy / later 80s Doctor Who stories, so I'm very excited to watch this one. And who doesn't love the Daleks? I'm incredibly excited to watch this episode. I've come up with a drink. I'm ready to go. And look at this. I've got it doesn't actually look amazing, but I've got an M&S shortbread cookie. Yeah, so I'm hoping that's gonna be a nice little snack. And other than that, I've also got these, which I brought back from the US. I've got some American Jolly Ranchers to have as well while I watch these episodes. And these are great sweets, by the way, if you haven't had these before. We're all prepped, so only one thing's left to do. Let's put the disc in and let's get watching. And so you guys can see, here is the opening titles. This is what the page looks like when you are selecting the episode. Remembrance of the Daleks sees the Doctor and his companion Ace travel back to 1963. They are there to recover the Hand of Omega to stop the Daleks from retrieving it. However, there are two different types of Daleks here on Earth trying to retrieve it, as we see a Dalek civil war start to break out. So it's about an hour and a half later, a little bit longer. I've watched all 4 parts, managed to stay awake for all 4 because I am watching in the evening. The best Sylvester McCoy episode I've seen so far. So out of season 24 and 6, and now this being the first episode of season 25, this is the best Sylvester McCoy episode for me. Not just because it was Daleks and I love the Daleks and they're more fun, but also just because this episode had a lot of stakes to it, and Sylvester McCoy's Doctor had some really dark moments. He acknowledged that he was more than just a traveller and a normal Time Lord. He sort of acknowledged that he's been on this epic adventure throughout his life, and he was a lot more dangerous than what the Daleks were letting on. And having a Dalek civil war was really cool, but on top of that, there was some little twists and turns with the young girl in it. And I did not see the identity of the Emperor Dalek coming, so that was a nice surprise. I won't spoil it in case you haven't seen this episode yet, like me. And the final episode had some really great action, actually. And I also want to say, I'm watching the special editions of these. I know in the clip I showed, I put the normal disc in. I swapped it last minute and put the special edition disc in because I thought, do you know what? I want to have a look at these effects. Really fantastic new effects on these episodes, especially this one. There were some really great moments to it. So yeah, this story was fantastic. It's one of the best episodes actually of Classic Who in general that I've seen. And again, I'm not just saying that because it's Daleks. I just feel like there was a lot of emotions in this, and the action was really good considering the low budget that this show was obviously working with at the time. So anyway, that's going to do it for this one, and I'll see you all tomorrow night for story number 2, which I've forgotten the title, but I'll see you tomorrow. Hello. Wow, my hair looks bad today. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Yeah, I'm wearing the same shirt as well, but I'm honest to God not filming on the same day. And a couple apologies about yesterday's footage. The mic wasn't working in the before watching, and then in the after, my reaction to the episode, the echo had turned itself on. So brilliant footage from yesterday from me, A star. And who knows, the mic might not be on at the minute. Today's episode is going to be the infamous The Happiness Patrol. I am finally going to get to see the episode with the Candyman in.
Impolite guests get to feel the back of my candy hand.
That may be, Candyman, but the last time we met you said you were going to kill me.
Really, Doctor? Thank you for reminding me.
I don't know if I've ever been this excited about anything in my life. The Candyman? Don't it just sound great? Seriously though, I've looked at scores for these episodes or this story, and I'm seeing it's actually not too bad. So I'm shitting on an episode which apparently is actually okay, and I am looking forward to watching nonetheless. So of course, as normal, we're gonna pop the disc in the player and we're gonna get watching. I am gonna say it's a lot later tonight. I've had a long day. I think the real challenge of this story is going to be, can it keep me awake? If not, I'll finish it tomorrow and you'll get my reaction in the morning. Or actually, it'll be evening, so I won't get to finish it till I get home from work. But yeah, let's pop the disc in and let's give it a watch. So then here we go. The Happiness Patrol, play. Story 2, The Happiness Patrol sees the Doctor and Ace land on an Earth colony world named Terra Alpha, where the Doctor starts a revolution against the planet's ruler and a woman who seeks to eliminate all happiness on the planet, but when they come across the Candyman, things get more difficult. And just like that, the Happiness Patrol is over. I guess, how do you follow up a quite dark Dalek story up? You do a goofy, fun episode. What I really liked about this one was, though, it still had elements of being quite dark, and I'm already feeling that this is a much darker, maybe the darkest, of the Sylvester McCoy series, because the Doctor himself has a real darker tone to him still in this one, after the previous story. Also, the Candyman, I've just got to do a little segment just talking about this villain, because surprisingly a really fun and creepy villain, and I think the creepy side of him was definitely his voice and the eeriness that the character brought to the screen. Even though he's a very goofy villain in terms of his concept and his overall appearance, very silly, but surprisingly a very creepy tone to this character. The plot itself was fine. It reminded me a lot of the hotel-esque episode that was in Sylvester's previous season, where it all felt quite secluded and the Doctor and his companion Ace now were just trying to rectify a lot of the situations that these characters had already been put in. And there was some interesting side characters. The blues guy who was just playing the harmonic in the entire episode maybe got a little bit annoying. Sylvester doing some singing was also pretty fun to watch. Overall, this episode weren't as bad as I was expecting. I actually had a lot of fun with it. It's got a lot of tones for such a strange episode. So I think this is definitely going to be one of the more unique episodes of the entire Sylvester McCoy run. But anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. I very much enjoyed my little watch there. And as you can see, we're on the titles in the background. And we got them just finishing up here. So yeah, so you can see, I literally am right at the end. But anyway, that's going to do it for us tonight. Let's wait and see what tomorrow brings with Silver Nemesis. I'm excited. It's Cybermen. I like Cybermen. They're one of my favourite villains alongside the Daleks. God, I sound like such a generic Doctor Who fan, don't I? But yeah, I do just love it when we get Daleks and Cybermen. So yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow's episode. So, I will see you then. It is Thursday. Hello, and yes, today's episode is going to be Silver Nemesis. Now, I've heard this isn't particularly the best episode this season, but purely because it's Cybermen, I'm excited. I have a soft spot for them. They're one of my favourite Doctor Who villains, as they are, I think, most people's. After the Daleks, they are probably the next iconic one. So yeah, I'm really excited to watch today's episode. Again, I'm feeling pretty tired, so we'll see how well we do. Also, apologies, it doesn't look like my mic was working at all again yesterday, so holding this again today could be pointless. The light's on, so I'm hoping not. But anyway, let's pop the disc in and let's see if we can get a third really good episode in a row. Story number 3 sees the Doctor and Ace land in the 17th century, where a sorceress lady and the Cybermen are fighting over the Nemesis. The Doctor must try and prevent each of them from getting to it. Will the mic ever work in this video again? That's the real question. Anyway, I just got done watching the Silver Nemesis, and yeah, it's probably the weakest of the 3 episodes I've watched so far, but I still really enjoyed this one. I thought it was an interesting concept, again, like the Dalek one. We've seen so many Daleks and so many Cybermen stories that it was fun to have a Cyberman story where it wasn't just the Cybermen, there was another villain, there was another threat present in this story, and with that the Doctor has to defeat both of them while they're also fighting each other. It made for a really interesting concept for a story, and there was a lot going on. Also, the Cybermen are really fun. They look great in this era of Doctor Who. I love the voices, and there were some really cool action sequences. The presence they had when they finally arrived at the end of the first part of the story was really cool. And again, like the Dalek one, they just went a bit bigger and bolder with this one with the action sequences. So yeah, this was really fun, but as I say, probably the weakest of the 3 so far. Can you believe a story involving the Candyman was better than one with the Cybermen? Oh god, the Candyman.
Quick, Ace! Open the oven door!
But yeah, so far this season's going really well. I think that Sylvester McCoy's 7th Doctor is the best he's ever been out of the 3 seasons he's done. He's got this darker tone to him where you can tell there's a lot of layers to this version of the Doctor. And the companion Ace is growing on me more and more with every episode. She seems to be having more of an impact on me as the viewer than she did in her next season, 26, which I've already watched because that set released a while back. So yeah, so far this season's going great. But we are now up to the last story, the greatest show in the galaxy, which I've heard really good things about. I believe there's some pantheon gods in this, which of course modern Doctor Who with Russell T Davies and Ncuti Gatwa has come back to, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And yeah, the episode overall's got some really good reviews, so I'm looking forward to watching it and ending this so far really solid season of Classic Who. So I'll see you all maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, maybe the day after that, when we're going to watch the final part. So I'll see you all very soon. From Thursday to Sunday. That's right, I've had a few days off. I was busy Friday and then Saturday night. So we're back, it's Sunday, and we're going to get cracking with the final story of season 25. The greatest show in the galaxy. Now, I've actually seen quite good reviews of this one. And unlike the previous 2 stories, which were 3 episodes long each, this one's 4 episodes, so it's a bit longer. I'm hoping I'm going to make it through all of it. It's a bit late in the evening again, so poor management from me again. But yeah, I'm excited to watch this. I've seen some clips, I've seen some stills, I've seen some pictures in the book, and people have just said this is overall a good story. And so far, I've really enjoyed the 3 stories out of the 4. This has been a really good season. And don't get me wrong, once I've watched this one and I've talked about this episode individually for a minute, we'll come back and I'll regain my thoughts about the entire series and the set itself. And at the minute, spoiler alert, it's going to be quite positive. But anyway, let's crack on, let's put the disc into player and let's get started. So for the final time, let's hit play. Final story of season 25 is the greatest show in the galaxy. This sees the Doctor and Ace land on an alien planet where they visit a very, very mysterious circus, where guests there are forced to put on acts for the very evil hosts. And just like that, we've come to the end of season 25. I can't believe that we've watched the whole set already. Story number 4, the greatest show in the galaxy, is done. Honestly, I'm tempted to say it was the best episode of the season. There's some biasness behind the opening episode because it was Daleks that makes me want to say that that was the best episode. But I think this was on a technical level the best one. There was a lot of different tones going on with this one, which I really liked. Like, it was creepy. It almost felt like modern Doctor Who. From the way the bus driver character brought our characters to the circus, to then having this clown villain sort of show up, a whole mystery element building around the circus itself, and then down to the final episode with that epic showdown with, yes, Pantheon gods, the gods of Ragnarok. So the gods have always been a big thing in Doctor Who, and you could tell Sylvester McCoy's Doctor was scared of them, like the modern Doctors have been with the Toymaker and Sutekh. So I think it's actually really cool watching this episode after the most recent season of Doctor Who that's come out. Also, watching the Doctor perform his magic tricks in front of the gods was really funny to watch. So yeah, overall this was a really good episode again, really strong, really entertaining, and it kept me awake, so it done really well. So yeah, we're going to go back to me in the chair with our normal setup, and we're going to recap the box set itself and the 4 stories that you get with this season, and I'll tell you whether or not it's worth buying. So I'll see you back over at the chair. So we're not actually back in my normal seat, as you can tell, because I remember in my last Doctor Who collection video we had a quick look at the bonus features, so I thought I'd just sit here, go over the bonus features with you quickly, and then we'll recap the box here as well. So on the final disc, of course, you get your normal Doctor Who bonus stuff, while this brilliant background is playing out as well, by the way. So there's all the bonus features you get. I am going to click on the Doctor Who escape room. I'm a little bit curious about this one. Okay, so we've got Sylvester McCoy here with his 2 companions doing an escape room with this presenter, Emily Cook. This is the thing about these collection sets, is not only do they put great effort into the box set, not only do they put great effort into the remastering of the episodes themselves and giving them updated special effects, but they give you a ton of bonus features on the discs and in the booklet. So let me recap this season and set. And before I do, I'm going to apologise about the lighting quickly, because it's terrible here because I haven't got my lights set up. But let's do it here in front of the wonderful cast. The box set itself is beautiful. The artwork by Lee Bindings is stunning. The last couple, season 20, season 15, and now season 25, the artwork has been the best they've ever been. They're getting better with every one. The updated special effects look fantastic on the special editions. The bonus stuff in here is great. The booklet is fantastic as well. I've been reading through that while I've been watching some of the episodes. And the episodes themselves are great. Of the 2 Colin Baker seasons and the 3 Sylvester McCoy seasons, that later 80s Doctor Who, this is the best season. I'm going to be honest, this is one of the best seasons of classic Doctor Who in my opinion. I really enjoyed all 4 stories. And the only seasons I can say where I enjoyed every story so far was season 10 and 12. Every other season of classic Who that I've watched has had one episode that I maybe didn't connect with as much, where I found it a little bit fillerish. This is one of 3 seasons where I really enjoyed every episode. So season 10, 12, and now 25. Stellar sets. All 4 episodes are brilliant. If I was to rank them, I am going to go Remembrance of the Daleks #1, but The Great Show in the Galaxy is a smidge behind it. I really enjoyed that. Then we're going with The Happiness Patrol, and Silver Nemesis is going to be last. But I still really enjoyed Silver Nemesis. I thought it was still a really good, really entertaining episode. Sylvester McCoy was brilliant. It's the best his Doctor's ever been. It's the best that the Doctor has been in general throughout a lot of classic Who. It rivals some of the better episodes of the Pertwee and Tom Baker eras, which are my personal favourite eras of classic Who. The monsters they picked were great, and as I say, visually it's really good, and there's a really good pacing about this one. Obviously it's a later season, so it starts to feel a bit more modern, but yeah, it's just paced really well, and the stories feel fun and fresh. Is this set worth your money? I would say it absolutely is. I think they all are worth your money. But this one would probably fall towards the higher end of yes, it definitely is, because it is one of the better seasons as well. So I'm really surprised that I've enjoyed this one as much as I have, because I think, like a lot of people, my favourite period of time for classic Doctor Who is the Pertwee, Tom Baker era, like most people. So to get one of the very last seasons be this good, pure joy. Loved watching this season. It's one I'm going to come back to. Beautiful set. I've had such a good time with it. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Finally, guys, I'm going to make sure it's not as long between videos. As I say, I have had quite a lot on between this and the last video, but there's a few other topics that I want to talk about before the year is up. So I'm going to plan to at least get a video up in November and one in December, so you won't be waiting as long. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching as always. If you've stuck through the whole video, I really appreciate it. These videos take a lot of time to make, and I'm always excited to get the videos up for you because I work a lot harder on them now and it's a lot more fun when they finally come out. Last thing I'm going to say is let me know in the comments below what you think the next set is going to be. Lee Bindings has teased it with the colour scheme, and he said that this colour scheme is specifically from the 4th episode of whatever season's coming out next. I'm praying for a Troughton set like everyone else. I know that he's got a lot missing, but I hear that season 5, I think, his middle season is the one that's more or less nearly complete. But if you want my theory, I think it's going to be a Pertwee one, and I'm going to say series 7. But we'll see, we'll see. I'm very excited. The other one should be announced pretty soon, I'm guessing, because it's been teased. Let me know in the comments below what you think is coming next. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye-bye. Woo!